They said you can have Jordan Love for the next 5 years or Trevor Lawrence the next 5 years.
Oh, that's easy for me. It's Jordan Love. I'll put it to you this way, Dan.
That's easy. That's not
That's
easy.
easy. It's easy. Dan, if we were drafting NFL players, I think you and I would agree we'd take Patrick Mahomes number one. I'm taking Jordan Love number two. I've really been thinking about this a lot. Like, who would you take before Jordan Love in terms of youth, ability, and I think his future is limitless. And while I think Trevor Lawrence has ability, at some point, this is the old Belichick, like you should show greatness. And I think what we've seen with Trevor Lawrence is he's shown being good, B plus, but we've seen Jordan Love in 1 year show greatness. He was arguably over the last half of the season, arguably the best quarterback in the NFL.
Some of these teams, and you look at Jordan Love, who I was watching some of those clips that you had on before I came on, but he had Aaron Rodgers to watch. He got that's the best type of training, in my opinion. Watch someone else do it at a very high level and then try to emulate them with your own personality. Maybe a little bit of the misnomer with the draft is that these players can come in and all of a sudden become this great professional player before they've really had the training and the development.
A lot of Packer fans are seeing big contracts offered up throughout the league. We just saw Justin Jefferson. Where do you guys stand with Jordan Love?
Yeah, we're in those conversations right now, and I think the nice part about this is none of these things are always easy or fast, but both parties want the same thing. We'd like to get this done, before training camp for sure, and both parties want to get a contract extension done. I think that stability at that position really allows you to have some security with the way we build our team. So. We're looking forward to getting that done, but it never goes fast.
I'm just here to tell you, Pack is back.
What is packing with you, YouTube? The Pack is back. The Pack is back. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to Packer fan in Vegas. I caught his live last night. Shout out to Big Nate. Shout out to TR, shout out to Cali Packer, shout out to Zane Strong, shout out to Packers Kingdom, shout out to Higher Point of View, shout out to BMAC, shout out to all the Packer content creators, man. But before we talk about the goddamn Packers, shout out to Chris Sale, man, for the Atlanta Braves, man. Being the NL Pitcher of the Month, even though those 17 games we played, we only won 7 out of 10. We still above 500. We got a roll stretch coming up for the Braves, Atlanta Braves, which is gonna be pretty tough, but I think we can manage. Just got to get a little bit more consistent with the pitching, and maybe we can have a chance, to claw and scratch our way into a playoff spot. But yeah, nonetheless, the Braves got to get hot. And I don't mean hot as in going on a win streak. I mean hot as winning each series that they play in. Just win the series. That's all the Braves got to do from now to the end of the season if they want to see a playoff spot, you know what I'm saying? Some postseason action in Major League Baseball. So let's get into it, man. Jordan Love, you guys heard videos, seen the videos. You heard and you seen that shit. His contract, Brian Gutekunst explained that he's trying to get the contract done before training camp. And, a lot of people, oh my God, this contract should have been done. I mean, there hasn't been a lot of noise about Jordan Love's contract except from Adam Schefter and the other social media correspondents, analysts, network people that allegedly get this news from their sources about, the contract situation with Jordan Love. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, why hasn't this contract been done yet? And then, I started thinking to myself, maybe the Packers got some things that they have to clean up with other contracts. We got to get these rookies signed. Some of them, they all aren't signing at the same time. Some of them have agents and they are negotiating. We seen this start off last year with Christian Watson. He didn't sign a rookie deal just then and there. He had to iron out some things before he signed his deal. And I think that's what's going on with the Green Bay Packers right now. I mean, we just heard about the Devondre Campbell June 1st cap space that just freed up $10 million to the Packers. Maybe that has something to do with, the extra money or the extra money that Jordan Love's agent is seeking on his contract. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Maybe that money needs to take care of something else before they can take care of Jordan Love's contract. So we just don't know, but I know that maybe the Green Bay Packers are cleaning up some things, fixing some things, doing other negotiations with other players and trying to iron out some things before they give Jordan Love this contract. I believe they will get it done before training camp. Both sides are still talking. That's a good thing. We haven't heard anything like, oh, talks have stalled or they're not talking. Talks have shut down between the Green Bay Packers, Jordan Love. We haven't heard any of that yet. You know what I'm saying? I think the last thing the Green Bay Packers want to deal with is another quarterback contract conflict. We just got done dealing with that with the previous Green Bay quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. But he deserved every dime that he got, to me. And, some people might not agree with what I just said, but I believe Aaron Rodgers earned every goddamn penny he earned with the Green Bay Packers. Whether he didn't get to another Super Bowl or not, he still earned every goddamn penny as a Green Bay Packer quarterback. And I just think that with the way things are now, with these big time contracts getting thrown around, we just seen Justin Jefferson sign a huge lucrative deal with the Minnesota Vikings. We just seen those two pussy ass receivers over there with the Eagles sign a deal. We just seen goofy ass Kirk Cousins rob $180 million from the Falcons. So, it's a lot of money being thrown around. And some of these teams are just waiting to see what other teams are going to do so they know what they need to do in order to make the players that they have in their organizations happy. So with that being said, man, I'm not too much concerned about how Green Bay is conducting their business with Jordan Love's agent at this point in time. Of course, as an agent, you want the best possible deal for your client, because the more money your client gets, the more percentage of the money the agent will get. And, sometimes I think these agents go into these negotiations for themselves and not the player. But ultimately, Jordan Love got to sign the contract, and I believe he will. Both sides want Jordan Love to be in Green Bay. Jordan Love wants to be in Green Bay, and I'm happy about that. As long as his mindset is focused on being the Green Bay Packers quarterback, then that's all good with me. Like I told y'all before, the Green Bay Packers, they have all the leverage with this contract. Jordan Love just can't get up and say, oh, I'm out of here. He can't do that. He signed next season. This season, he signed next season to play. They can franchise tag Jordan Love twice. They could franchise tag him after this season and after next season. I mean, it'll probably be for damn near, they franchise tag him and he get to another playoffs, go on another playoff run. Yeah, it might be, that franchise tag might be around the type of money Dak Prescott is getting right now, maybe $60 million. Probably be around there, $60 million for 1 year. It'll be best for if Green Bay, get a deal done. Let the powers that are in charge or that may be get this deal done. I know we as fans, oh, he don't deserve this much. Oh, why is he getting too much money? He's taking all of the money. If the Packers are willing to pay him that much money, then do you think they know what they're doing? Do you think they know what they're doing? I mean, ultimately, it won't look like they know what they're doing if they give Jordan Love a contract where he's making close to 50-something million a year, and it doesn't work out. Like, Daniel Jones, or in the up and coming future, Jalen Hurts. Those type of quarterbacks, that's when you start scratching your head like, we paid this dude all this money and this is all he did. Daniel Jones got all that money and only won one playoff game. The Vikings paid Kirk Cousins all that money and only won one playoff game. The Dallas Cowboys paid Dak Prescott all that money, and he's only won maybe one or two playoff games. So we have to be happy with the situation we in as Packer fans. We got a guy who ain't made all that money just yet, and he's won a playoff game. The Eagles paid their quarterback. They paid him already, and he got as far as the contract he got paid will get him to a Super Bowl to lose. And that's probably as far as he's ever going to get again. So right now, the Green Bay Packers are paying for the future. They're not paying for the past, like majority of these quarterbacks that got these big time contracts. The future is still bright for Jordan Love. His Super Bowl window is wide open. His Super Bowl window is wide open. And the team around him, if those guys are saying the most uplifting things about Jordan Love, talking about how great his character is, his skill set at the point it is now, and he's only going to get better. You hearing Josh Jacobs saying, man, just watching this dude, like he already got the juice. He already got the juice. And it was only his first season. So we know at this point in time in Jordan Love's career, he's going to have ups. He's going to have downs. He's going to have highs. He's going to have lows. That's what comes with the territory of being a young quarterback in the NFL. Everybody is not going to have the same career as Patrick Mahomes. They're not. This might be Patrick Mahomes' last Super Bowl he ever get to, the one he just won. They might not get back this year. Everybody expecting him to three-peat. I don't think he will, but some people do. But if he does three-peat, then hey, good for them. Good for them. So with that being said, man, before I wrap up this video, talking about the greatest football team in American sports history, the Green Bay Packers. Packer fans, just relax, be patient, and just watch how good this team will get. We're not going to say they're good right now because PFF got us projected to win 8 to 9 games this season, which I think is fair. I think that's fair to say. I mean, they say we have the 4th or 5th hardest schedule. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't get a dream schedule like the Eagles had, playing against a bunch of backup quarterbacks all season long and still choking the Super Bowl. I know it got to hurt your spirit, man. I just know that has to hurt. Not saying Jordan Love is going to go out there and win a Super Bowl. I'm not saying that. I mean, he could go out there and do the same damn thing as Jalen Hurts did. You know what I'm saying? Play all good football all season, then get to the big game and still play pretty decent, but make costly mistakes that'll make your team lose. Or get some help, or the other team gets some help from a dumbass penalty being thrown at the end of the game to put the other team in position to win. See, I'm being fair. I'm being fair, Eagles fans. I'm being fair when I said that. So give me some credit. Give me some credit. I was fair. But, it is what it is. I mean, Jordan Love contract, I'm not worried about it. It's not making big news in social media. Maybe in Packers social media it probably is. But as far as like it being newsworthy, something that should be, put out there as loud noise, I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. But Gute said that they will get a contract done, and I believe Gute. I believe they'll get a contract done. I don't know for how much, but as of now, Jordan Love is slated to play quarterback for the Green Bay Packers this year, despite him getting the contract or not. So y'all tell me how y'all feel. That was my spiel on the whole situation. And before I end this show, man, y'all already know. Give me a go, Pack, go. And that's on.
We're having a quarterback draft. You're taking Mahomes,
Mhm.
and then you're taking Jordan Love.
100%. And I'm not even thinking about it. You could have anybody else, but you give me Jordan Love, I'm set for the next decade. High character, great ability, been fully baked and developed, and I'm not looking back. And by the way, that team is loaded with young skill players. I'm hard-pressed to think that they're not going to be right back where they were a year ago, deep in the NFC playoffs.
Look at you. Look at you. Mike Greenberg's probably crying right now because you're saying this on my show and not on Get Up or First Take with Stephen A. ESPN's going to go, hey, Mike T, easy there. Save the hot stuff for our shows.
We'll get to that once the NBA finals are over. I'm
Tell
sure.
you, Pack is back.